Hello friends, in this lecture we will see the performance of a centrifugal pump, which is now also known as the characteristic curves. Okay, so what is that? We'll see now. So basically pump is usually designed for a particular speed or flow rate and the head. Okay, but in actual case it won't be happening that at that particular condition only the pump will run. So pump may run to the other some conditions. Okay, so in that case, suppose the condition is changed, the pump behavior will also change. Okay, that will be the different. We know that suppose we vary the discharge or else we vary the head, then efficiency also will decrease. Okay, efficiency will decrease if we vary the discharge, that already we have discussed in the previous lectures. So therefore, in order to predict the behavior and performance of pump under varying condition, tests are performed and the result of these tests are plotted. Okay, so the curve which thus obtained are known as the characteristics curve. So whatever performance we are plotting, that curves are known as the characteristics curve. There are basically three types of characteristic curves. So there are three types of characteristic curve. First is the main and operating characteristic curves. Second one is the constant efficiency curves. And third one is the constant head and constant discharge curve. Okay, so we'll see one by one. So the first is main and operating characteristic curve. Okay, so in case of main and operating characteristic curves, the main characteristics are useful in indicating the performance of a pump at a different speed. So basically these curves are used to perform performance indication of pump at different speed. Okay, now in order to obtain the main characteristic curve, the pump operated at different speeds. So the pump will be operated at different speed, and for each speed the rate of flow Q will be varied. The rate of flow will be varied with the help of delivery valve. Okay, and for the different values of this Q, corresponding values of manometric head, power and overall efficiency are measured. So for this particular value of Q, the power, manometric head and overall efficiency will be measured and calculated, and these will be plotted on the graph. So for one speed these values will be plotted. So similarly for a different speed, that manometric head, power and overall efficiency will be calculated, and that will be plotted against the Q. Okay, and these graphs we will be getting over here. Okay, so first graph is that is manometric head versus Q. Okay, so for first graph is manometric head versus Q. So here you can see the manometric head is against the y-axis, Q is against x-axis. So these are what the curves for a different speed. Okay, so Q is varied with the help of delivery valve, and the same procedure will be so first I'll be plotting the graph for, let's say, 640 rpm. Okay, so I'll be getting the number of values of HM and Q. I'll be plotting the graph. Then the same procedure I'll be following for the 720 rpm, 800 rpm, 880, like that. I'll be getting the curve for number of rpm. In the next curve, that is the power versus Q. Okay, so this is what the characteristic curve for the power versus Q. The similar thing, Q will be varied with the delivery valve, and this curve will be plotted. And next is the overall efficiency versus Q. Okay, so this is what the curve for the overall efficiency versus Q. So these curves are known as the main and operating characteristic curve. Okay, or main and operating characteristics of a centrifugal pump. Okay, now we'll see we'll take a particular set of main characteristic curve and graph. Okay, so here in this diagram is shown for a particular set of a main characteristic curve. Okay, so which is corresponding to the design speed and is mainly used in operation of pump as well as, and it therefore known as the operating characteristics of the curve. Okay, so this for the particular set of main characteristics. will be drawn at the design speed, and generally these particular characteristics will be used in the operation of the pump, and hence it is known as the operating characteristics as well. Okay, now this is what the maximum efficiency point I have shown. So with respect to this particular maximum efficiency, whatever head we will be getting, that head is known as the design head. Okay, so this is known as the design head. This is known as the design head. Okay, and with respect to this, whatever discharge is there, that particular discharge is known as the designer discharge. This is known as the design discharge. So with respect to maximum efficiency, it will be plotted. Okay, also it is known as the normal head or the normal discharge. Okay, the head, this is the head with respect to the zero discharge is known as the, this is the head, this is the total head with respect to the zero discharge is known as the shut off head. It is known as the shut off head. Okay, now from these characteristics, what we can plot or what we can predict is whether it is possible that the pump will handle the necessary quantity of liquid with the required head. Okay, so with the desired head, the pump can handle that particular quantity that we can plot. Okay, again, what will happen if the head is increased or decreased? Okay, also the power versus Q curve, so input power and the output power, okay, is shown over here. So from this we can see that whether and what size of motor will be required to operate the pump at this particular required condition, and whether or not this particular motor will be overloaded under any other operating condition. So from this I can find out what is the power of motor is required, what is the maximum efficiency, what will be my design head and the design discharge. Okay, so this is at this particular point or at this particular condition the pump will be operating. Okay, so this is what the main and operating characteristics. Okay, so the next is constant efficiency curve. Okay, so here I have drawn a diagram of HM versus Q, and on that I have shown the various efficiency lines. Some of the lines are the constant efficiency lines, and one line I have drawn for the maximum efficiency. Okay, so if you observe this particular carefully, this is what the constant maximum efficiency line, and these dotted lines are the constant efficiency line. Okay, so the constant or ISO efficiency curve may be obtained from HM versus Q, that is the head versus Q, head versus discharge, and overall efficiency versus discharge curves. Okay, so in order to plot these ISO efficiency curves, the horizontal line representing constant efficiencies are drawn on overall efficiency versus Q curves. Okay, so first what is done, the horizontal line representing the constant efficiencies are drawn on the efficiency, that is overall efficiency versus Q graph. Okay, then the points at which these lines are cutting the efficiency curve at various speeds. So we know at various speeds we will be getting these curves. Okay, so wherever these points are cutting to the various speeds, these points are transferred to the corresponding HM versus Q curve. Okay, now the points corresponding to the same efficiency are then joined, like 60% and 60%. These points are joined with the what you can say the smooth curve. Okay, from these curves the line for maximum efficiency will be obtained. So this is what the maximum efficiency line. This gives the range of operation of pump with a particular efficiency. So for particular efficiency, what is the range of pump that we can get with the help of constant efficiency curve. Okay, the next is constant head and constant discharge curve. Okay, the next is constant head and constant discharge curve. Okay, here I have shown the constant head and constant discharge curve. On x-axis there is a head, power and discharge. Y-axis there is a speed. Okay, so head versus n, this is the curve which is nothing but the parabola. Then this is Q versus n, discharge versus n, speed, and power versus n, speed is drawn. Okay, Now basically these curves are useful in determining the performance of a variable speed pump for which the speed is constantly varies. Okay. In such cases, let's say if the head HM is maintained, so we will be maintaining two things. One is I'll be maintaining the head constant, and other thing I'll be maintaining the discharge constant. So first I'll see head constant and then we'll see the constant discharge. So suppose if I'm maintaining the head constant, then the speed vary, and if the speed is varying, then the Q will be vary. Okay, that is what the discharge will vary. Now Q versus N can be prepared, which can be used to determine the speed required to discharge a varying amount of liquid at a constant head. Okay, so for what I'll be doing, I'll be maintaining the head constant and will be drawing the Q versus N. So for what speed, what will be the discharge, that we can plot with this particular diagram. Now we know that Q is proportional to N, so it is a straight line. Okay, now in the next case, in that case the Q will be maintained constant, that is the discharge will maintain constant, and HM versus speed plot will be drawn. So from this, for what head, what will be the speed and what will be the discharge that we will be getting. Okay, now as HM versus N, HM is proportional to N square. Okay, hence this particular curve is a parabola. Similarly, P is proportional to N cube, hence this is again a parabola. Okay, so from this diagram we can find out if I am maintaining the head constant, so what will be the Q versus N that will be plotting, and for what speed what will be the discharge that we can plot. And when we are maintaining the Q constant, so HM versus N will be plotted, and for what head what the speed, or for what speed for what will be the head that we can get. Okay, so these are what the performance characteristics curve for the pump. Okay, thank you.